Hello everybody, welcome to your hot takes video looking at Boxing Day in the EFL Championship. Always an interesting day, a busy day, often a very crazy day, and it was going to be a very transformative day yesterday with first against third and fourth against fifth in the promotion race up in the top six in the Championship. And you tell me, who were the big winners? Burnley won the big head-to-head at Sheffield United, but Leeds United, after everyone else had played, took top spot. Let me know in the comments who you think the big winners were. Let's start right up at the top of the table with Leeds United, and they will be very, very pleased. It was all set up really nicely for Leeds, wasn't it? I mean, other than the fact they had to wait for everybody to play, and then maybe the pressure's on a little bit, but they knew that people around them were going to be guaranteed to drop points. With when you're sitting in second place and first are playing third, in some ways you can't really lose because somebody is dropping points, and that somebody was Sheffield United, and Leeds were able to go past them as well. The Sunderland Blackburn draw, which we'll get onto, means other than Sheffield United and Burnley actually drawing and both dropping points, it was a really, really good day for Leeds, and it was a good day on the road for Leeds at Stoke in the fog there in the late game. We have questioned Leeds' away form. Their home form's been brilliant. As we've said, all the home form of the top four has been absolutely fantastic, and it's maybe going to be head-to-heads, and we'll talk about one of those in a minute with Sheffield United and Burnley. Maybe it's going to be the road form that is going to define this, if it's going to be really close. It does look like a high-level title race, promotion race, top two race, whatever you want to call it. And Leeds, after one win in 7 on the road, now I think 2 wins in 4 and 7 points in 4, are sorting out their away form as well. Since that October international break, where really I think they went into it, didn't they, with the slip from Meslier at Sunderland, should have gone into it in really, kind of super high spirits. But since then, they came back. They've won 10 in 14. It's a really good, not short-term run now. That's a mid-term run, that 14 games. That's over a quarter of a season, isn't it? So really, really good. Joel Piroe at the double. I know there's been lots of questions about him. Came in for big money at the start of last season to potentially fire Leeds to the title or to promotion, and he's been in and out. He's been 9, he's been 10, he's been questioned, and then there was this idea that Leeds were starting this season, despite dropping a big fee on Piroe last summer, as in a summer and a half ago, that they were going in without a kind of somebody having that number 9 shirt and being the recognised goal scorer. Well, he pops up with goals, and he'll still finish with a good total, even if he's not going to be the first name on the team sheet. Bosh, 25 goal striker. So great for Piroe. It's been the other end, hasn't it, though? 13th clean sheet as well for Leeds. And we've spoken about the problems they've had with the injuries with Grueff and Ampadu. Ampadu's now started the last 2 games, so they're going to get stronger in terms of availability, providing they don't have any other injuries sort of pop up in the same position, to multiple players essentially. And you'd imagine something will go down in the transfer window as well with Leeds. So they are looking really, really strong. It's a great day for them. Would have only been better if Sheffield United and Burnley have drawn. But I'm sure if you'd said to all the Leeds fans, halfway mark of the season, you're going to be top of the table, 48 points. Even my maths can multiply that by 2 and get 96. I know Leeds fans have probably got a bit of trauma about incredibly high points totals last season. And we did say on the last Hot Takes video, it is projecting, if you aggregate all of the top 4, to be an even higher standard. It won't be, I don't think. Surely it can't be. You don't want to get involved in 2 of those in 2 straight years. But really, really good for Leeds. Really good day. And it's not much of a hot take to say the Leeds fans will have gone to bed very happy after the win at Stoke yesterday. the Sheffield United fans would have gone to bed probably with a bit of a frustrating feeling because it was Sheffield United 0, Burnley 2. And if you're a Sheffield United fan, you're probably thinking, how on earth are we not top of this table? Because they have essentially racked up 50 points, but with the deduction, Leeds have gone ahead on the goal difference. And I do think that illustrates what a high-level title race this is. And yeah, okay, you can make the caveat about the points deduction, but Sheffield United have been truly, truly excellent for a very long time. We said they bounced back amazingly after the back-to-back defeats for Leeds and Middlesbrough. That feels eons ago in probably October time, but one little slip here and they're off the top on goal difference. Chris Wilder was a bit prickly in the interview I watched, but the point he was making, I do agree with him. It was a coin flip game. We're going to give Burnley lots of credit in a minute. Don't worry, Burnley fans. I'm just suggesting Sheffield United first because they're higher up in the table that I'm looking at right now. And I think particularly at Bramall Lane and promoted teams or teams that win promotion do this. Whenever there's a coin flip game, they win it. And perhaps, and Blades fans tell me if I'm wrong, this is the first coin flip game that Sheffield United have lost this season, where you get the kind of breakaway-ish goal, counter-attacky goal. Brownhill, brilliant, we'll talk about him. And the free kick, I mean, could have gone anywhere, deflects into the top corner. And Burnley have the power and the personnel to make hay on those goals flying in. So Sheffield United have almost just got to park it. They've been absolutely fantastic. We did suggest going into this Christmas, there are some hard fixtures. West Brom and Sunderland next as well. So it's not easy for Sheffield United, who have, I think, maybe more than anything, their main qualities have been resilience and character this season in the face of, kind of some adversity off the pitch, which in theory is now solved with the takeover having been confirmed. I know there's Sheffield United takeover. What takeover? We've been talking about that for forever. It has actually happened now. So the run is over. 9 wins and 9 clean sheets in a row at Bramall Lane. Incredible. Again, the Blades fans are going to think, just get right back on the horse, go again and set an ungodly points total at home, and you're probably going to get promoted. But it is about bouncing back. Burnley have closed to within a point of Sheffield United. And look, we've talked about it from the Sheffield United point of view. Let's talk about it from the Burnley point of view. What a brilliant result, hey? Clean sheet, away win, huge win, statement win. Scott Parker didn't want to say it was a statement win. I get why he would kind of play it down, get the job done, take the 3 points, move on. But 3 wins in a row, 10 undefeated now for Burnley. I mean, these undefeated records feel like they're much of a muchness at the top because it is a high standard. Nobody's been losing home games, but the only home games that have been lost in the top 4 have been lost by Leeds and by Sheffield United at the hands of Burnley. Burnley have now gone to Ellen Road. They've gone to Bramall Lane. They've won at both stadiums. We're looking for something. Where's the advantage going to be in this tremendous promotion race? Could it be head-to-head and Burnley winning these away games? We don't know. It could transpire that at the end of the season, these away wins could be utterly, utterly vital. Brilliant result. What more can we say about Brownhill? We talk about him every single week. He is the key player for Burnley and one of the key players in the promotion race. And I've said it a couple of times, he'll certainly be in the conversation for the EFL player of the season. He ticks a lot of boxes in that regard. Fleming got the second. Yes, we need to raise the spectre of the deflection, but, what's the saying? You don't win a raffle if you don't buy a ticket. Feels very Ron Atkinson-ism, that one, doesn't it? Coin flip game, we said from Sheffield United's point of view, but Burnley keep a lot of clean sheets as well, don't they? And they had the quality to win the game, scored at the right time. And, we discussed Scott Parker a lot, the enigma. Some fans deride him and mock him. The way he speaks, he fits into the Lampard, Gerrard, Terry, Rooney derangement syndrome, where people seem to want those guys to fall flat on their faces as managers, but he always seems to do it in the Championship. We've said it time and time and time again. And look, if there was nothing under the bonnet with Scott Parker, he certainly wouldn't be turning up for big promotion head-to-heads at teams that have won 9 in a row and aren't conceded any goals and go and win those games. And he does. And he's done it again. He'll always get credit on my channel here, and I'll always be fair, but that's certainly not been the level of discourse I would suggest around Scott Parker over the years. Very, very much split, but fair play. Burnley are third. They're not in the top 2. That's the level when Sheffield United, without the points deduction, are essentially projecting a 100-point season, and they have no comfort. They're just 1 point behind their Burnley. But next 2 away games for Burnley, they go to Borough and they have the big derby at Blackburn. So fascinating and a brilliant day for Burnley. It would have been a perfect day if Stoke would have beaten Leeds. But look, I think we're 1A and 1B with whoever had the best day yesterday. And again, as I say, tell me in the comments who had the best day. Not that it matters, because the Leeds fans and the Burnley fans are going to be very, very happy. I'm not sure the Sunderland fans are going to be happy. I think they're going to be frustrated because they drew 2-2 at Blackburn. And they're going to be frustrated, A, about conceding a late goal. It did look like a thrilling game ending 2-2 at Ewood to Harry Leonard there. Just kind of scrambled in late in the day. They're going to be so frustrated, though, Sunderland, at going behind again. 6 games in a row now, Sunderland have conceded the first goal. Now, lots of people were saying, to me, even a couple of months ago, Ben, are Sunderland this season's Ipswich, and make the comparisons. And look, maybe as an Ipswich fan, I'm a bit defensive about any comparisons to Ipswich, because I think what they did last year was miraculous, and I want it to feel unique for kind of selfish reasons, I guess. There are comparisons with Sunderland and Ipswich in terms of they're the surprise package, taking on 3 teams, piling on the points, 3 parachute teams as well, and they're the one trying to crack the orthodoxy. One thing Ipswich did as well last season was conceded a lot of goals, had a lot of both teams to score games, and a lot of thrilling games. So, as much as it's probably not advisable to use anything Ipswich did last season as an example, because they do feel like the outlier of all outliers, and don't compare to that, it doesn't make a hell of a lot of sense, but I'm going to do it anyway. They did prove that, yeah, you can go behind loads. You can concede loads of goals and still do it if you're powerful enough up front. And it looked like Sunderland had been powerful enough up front with Rigg and Isidore turning around the early goal from Blackburn. But yeah, that late goal, bit of a killer, because they've been in good form. Sunderland have been so draw heavy, hadn't they? It's now 1 defeat in 16, and we all know that if you just converted just 2 of those draws into victories and we added on 4 points, then Sunderland, like Leeds and like Sheffield United, would right now have 48 points. It does feel a bit like first world problems when you're criticising Sunderland. They've been so good. And like I say, when you factor in the financials and the cliff edges of the system we're in, and I said this many times last season, for a non-parachute team to run the parachute teams close is getting harder and harder and harder. And Sunderland are doing a brilliant job of that. But look, maybe they'll just look upon this game as one of those. Did you see the ending sequence as well, where even after it had gone 2-2, there's a set play. Blackburn have a chance. There's a missed kick. And there's a mass breakaway, and Sunderland could win the game 3-2. The save by Pears in goal by Blackburn from the 1v1 when he comes out and makes the block, gets as big a cheer as a goal would have. Just looked like an incredible game. And look, maybe you are happy just to get out of Dodge with a point. And Blackburn have been really, really excellent. So it's a good result for Sunderland. And they're doing fantastic. And 1 defeat in 16. But I'm going to say it again. This is another high-level promotion race with what we got 96, 96, 94, and Sunderland are projecting 88 if I've added that up. Maths has never been my strong point, let's just say. So it's going to be high level again, and can Sunderland keep up? It would be an amazing story if they could. They are doing everything they can as well. We just wonder if January might be a bit disruptive with their brilliant young players probably being linked with all and sundry by agents and websites and newspapers and podcasts alike. There you go. Guys, I'll stop there because I don't really know what day it is, although my computer is telling me it's Friday up there. So we'll cover the top four today. Please, though, it's just a time thing and keeping across it because we have to do predictions. There's literally another round of games. I've got Premier League stuff to do for today as well. So do get in the comments. I can see a win for Bristol City against Luton. Bristol City fans are going to want to talk about Scott Twine, the goal scorer there, and Luton fans are going to want to talk about their continued horrific away form. Speaking of horrific away form, talk to me Plymouth fans 4-0 at Coventry. Talk to me Coventry fans on the early Lampard days. Borough drew 3-3 again, having 3-0 up. Good win for Norwich. That'll do them some good. 2-1 over Millwall. Millwall fans, talk to me about managerial needs. Oxford 3, Cardiff 2. Rowett got the bounce that both me and Sam predicted. Preston, big win. Hull, defeat, back into the bottom 3. There you go. Watford, amazing. Late winner. Again, they are brilliant at home and they are still in the top 6. They are going nowhere. Watford, Derby, brilliant win. They've had some close calls, Derby, and come out on the wrong end. They are putting on a points total that would imply they are not going to be in relegation trouble, Derby. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I think we have covered everything there. So get in the comments with your hot takes from Boxing Day. I've spoken about the promotion race. You can speak about anything in the Championship, or you can go and reheat some more roast potatoes that have now been in the fridge 2 days. Go and finish that tube of Pringles. You're probably left with all the miniature heroes and celebrations you don't like, but hey, happy days. Fill up everybody and get your hot takes in the comments on EFL Championship round 23. We have reached the halfway mark and Leeds at top of the table.